Ni hao! Okay, so I dare say quite a few of you are familiar with the adjustable wrench or adjustable spanner. You turn the little roller here to adjust the jaws to get to the size of a nut or bolt you wish to tighten up. The other week I was at a car boot sale doing my usual thing, having a look around all the tool stalls, and there's one in particular that I like to visit, and this particular spanner caught my eye. I haven't seen one of these in decades. Maybe the late 70s, early 80s when I first started working. I don't know where it was now, it's such a long time ago, but one of the guys had one of these Irimo adjustables. As you can see, it is slightly different from the norm. This one here, as you can see, it's got a little roller here. This one doesn't have a roller just there at all. As you can see, it has a little wheel just at the bottom here, and that's what you adjust it with. That's what you open and close it with, like so. The only problem I find with this one is every time I pick it up I want to adjust it like so, but there's no roller just here. Yes, so the guy who I purchased it off, I've bought several things from him. He's quite a decent guy, has quite a decent stall with quite a lot of kit on it. This was rather grubby when I got it. The action wasn't all that clever, it was a little bit gritty. Basically in here there's like a screw that runs up and down and is operated by the little knurled nut on the bottom here, and as I say, it was very gritty and a bit dirty. So I mean, I can't get this thing apart because I think it's been peened over just here. So basically what I did, I cleaned the outside of it up, and then I took it into work and took it into work and put it in the sonic bath there and left it there for a few hours. That sort of actuates, you know, it's got liquid in there, it's actuated by ultrasonic waves, vibrates it about quite a bit and gets it everywhere. It cleared all the crap out of the inside of it, and it was still a little bit stiff. So what I did was, when I got it home, I put a little bit of my father's, late father's 3-in-1 oil in here, because I've got the last bottle of it he ever bought. So I run some of that in there, and it runs quite nicely now, guys. As I say, you just got to get used to the fact that you operate it like this, and not just here like this. As I say, it does take a little bit of getting used to, not having the roller under your thumb here. It's you've got to really change your hold on the wrench to work it, to be honest with you. But it does work a little bit. It's had a little bit of a hard life, I think, because there's some little marks inside the jaws here. Both the jaws are marked inside. There's a little bit of the chrome is coming off on the edges just here. As I say, it was rather grubby, a little bit rusty inside, very gritty in that, so the ultrasonic bath soon sorted that out. Also, it has been engraved just here. I don't know what that's all about. Looks like maybe some initials or maybe a machine number, and it's got 85 here, so maybe that could be the year 1985. I don't know, I guess I'll never find out. It looks like GTS MTMS 85, so who knows whether it was maybe it might have been used on a machine of some description, kept with a machine, or that's somebody's initials, company initials. I don't know what it means, obviously, but it's a quite nice little spanner. It's quite nicely made, as you can see. It's nice and smooth, very well finished. They're made in Spain, actually, by the looks of it. It says Spain just here. This is the 6-inch model, and it says 3/8 just here for some reason or other. What is that, 6/8? Yeah, 3/8, 6-inch and 3/8. So it's not quite so easy to see through a camera, guys. I'm looking around the side of the camera, so it's 3/8, 6 inches. Got the same the other side. Just flipping over like that. There we go. There's something going on here. I think that's probably been when it was at the factory. I think there's probably a bit of the chrome hanging off just there, maybe. But yeah, it's not a bad little spanner. I suppose we ought to see exactly how it works. Okay, so I've got a few bolts and screws in here. I think this is M6. Is this one? I think this one's M6. See how the spanner goes. And once again, you can see my usual habit of trying to adjust it just here doesn't work at all. So I say we have to either change position or use our other hand. So there we go. It's snugged up onto the nut here. So I've no idea how old this thing is. It could be very old indeed, actually. You know, 70s, mid 70s, or probably early 70s, I don't know, because I say I haven't seen one of these for decades. There we go. It's tightening the bolt up very nicely indeed, guys. There we go. It's definitely tight now. Loosen him off. There we are. There we are. So I've got him. Sometimes when I want to use one of these adjustables and I need to get in a funny place, you know, like it's like this here, so you can't get into it with a spanner like this, I'll use it like this here. Try popping it down onto the nut or bolt and use it a bit like a nut driver. I was doing that at work this week because I haven't got a socket at work. I couldn't access a socket at work to do what I wanted to nip up, so I had to get the spanner into it like so. You can do it, but you're obviously not going to get the same amount of torque, but you can actually, there we go, I've tightened him up, so you can actually use it like a nut driver if you want to get into an awkward space. There we are. Because you can also use you can use a screwdriver through a little hole in the handle. There's a little bit of extra leverage if necessary. So if you've got something you can't really shift, I mean, you're not going to get the same amount of torque available as you would with a proper socket or whatever, but there we go. So you can actually tighten it up like so. It does work. I've done it. I have very often used a screwdriver through the hole in an adjustable spanner to get some extra leverage. Use it like a bit like a T-bar, if you will, like so. You can also do a very similar thing with a ring spanner as well to get some extra leverage. So if you've got a nut or bolt that's particularly stubborn and you haven't quite got the leverage with your combination spanner, you can get yourself another one, another ring spanner. Just engage it over the end here like so, and then you've got that extra little bit of a leverage just to shift that stubborn nut or bolt. God blimey, like so. And you can also use it for tightening up as well if you need to, or maybe you might have a left-handed nut or bolt here. Same principle applies. There we go. Quite simple, really. So while we've got this particular nut and bolt in the vise here, let's give it a go with the Irimo, but not like that. Okay, get it snugged on a little bit, and the right way round as well. There we go. God blimey, I did tighten that up well, didn't I? Look at the vise going, guys. God blimey. Yeah. There we are. I've got a fair amount of torque on that with the two spanners in. So there we go. There's a look at the Irimo version of the adjustable spanner and how it is different from the standard spanner. I mean, it still drives it up and down in exactly the same way. This part here, the little roller here, drives the jaw up and down, whereas on the Irimo you've got a long thread inside here. We'll have a look at it on this photograph here. You'll see there's the thread running up and down inside it. So it's just a different way of doing things, actually, guys. I don't know what advantages it would have. As I say, you know, once you're used to a standard adjustable, I find myself doing this, and you've got to try and do this somehow. It's not quite so intuitive, I don't think. You basically need two hands to do it with, but it's a different idea. As I say, this is a little knurled nut on the end here, is peened on, so I can't get it off to take it apart, which is a shame. I'd like to clean it up properly, but it's had a go in the ultrasonic bath at work, so it's clean in there. And as I say, I've got some of my late father's 3-in-1 in there, and it runs up and down a treat now. It's very smooth, actually. So we've got a little bit of damage to the end of the jaws here, so it's definitely had some work. And it'd be interesting to see the history of these markings on here as well, whatever that means. Somebody's initials, machine number maybe, I don't know. Never find out, I guess. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this little look at the Irimo 6-inch adjustable spanner. Something different, something that I haven't seen in decades. As I say, it must be late 70s, early 80s since I last saw one of these things. And when I saw it on the market stall, it cost me £1 actually. When I saw it on the market stall, I thought, oh, I recognise that. I haven't seen one in decades. I'm having that. And as I say, I got it for £1, so It's quite nice, that is. I like that. It's quite a nice little spanner, quite an interesting little spanner for my collection here. So I've got plenty of these style of things kicking about, but this is my first Irimo. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this little visit to Rathbone Manor to take a look at the Irimo here. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below. Maybe you've got one of these things. Maybe you've had one for quite some time. Maybe you're happy to use it and you prefer it to using these things here. Let me know. I'd be quite interested to find out, actually, guys. But, yep, an interesting spanner, interesting way of doing things. I like it. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you laters.